Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Shay Antonin. Today's tutorial is going to be this pretty copper smoky eye look paired with a nice peachy lip. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and hit the bell to be notified for future uploads. You can also follow me on Facebook and Instagram, and stay tuned for the rest of the video. So to start off today's look, I am going to prep my eyelids with the Limelife concealer number 0. And this just kind of gives a really good foundation, a base for my eyeshadow look. This is an important step that I find a lot of people kind of skip. And you don't want to skip this because we have a lot of discoloration usually on our eyelid. So it's nice to give it a nice even base. And the Limelife concealer is also water resistant, so that's really nice for the summertime coming up on warmer months. And with today's eyeshadows, I am using a 4-well palette here. The Limelife eyeshadows are totally customizable, so you get to choose how many you buy, and then you get to also pick your colors. So I'm going to use number 7, 24, 16, and 14 today. They're really pretty kind of browns and coppers. And I'm going to start off with a matte shade and just with a Morphe E27 brush. This is the number 7, and I'm going to start on my crease here and just really blow this out everywhere. I want this to be kind of like my base transition shade for basically everything. And I'm bringing it fairly high to my eyebrow once I don't have as much left on my brush, just really blend it up and out. With my number 14 here, it is another kind of light brown color, but it has a shimmer to it. It's not as matte. And I'm just going to pop this into my crease, but not go as high as I did with the first color. And then I'm going to bring it down onto my lid a little bit. These eyeshadows are really nice to work with because they're super easy to blend and they're very pigmented, so you don't need a lot. A little goes a long way, but you can really build it up for some serious impact if that's what you're wanting to do. So now that I have that on, I'm going to find my flat dome brush here. This is the Limelife number 7, and I really like it for packing pigment onto my lid. It's nice and big, and it's very flat, and it's dense, so it's easy to get a lot of pigment payoff. And I am going to spritz my brush with the Limelife setting spray. This helps lock your makeup in place for 16 hours, but it works amazing for eyeshadows to get a brighter pigment to it. So if you're really wanting to use a bright shade and you want it to look like it looks in the palette, this is the way to go. And I'm just packing this on my inner lid here. And then I'm diffusing it out a bit towards the middle to outer lid because I'm gonna go in with my darker shade in there. And I'm just gradually building this up, and I'm not going higher than my crease with this. I'm just going back in with my fluffy Morphe brush here and just making sure that those are blended nicely. And then I am going to take a small brush. This is the Morphe M213. It's just a really, really tiny little fluffy brush, good for doing the under eyelash. And I'm gonna go in with the number 7 here and just quickly put that on my lower lash line. Doesn't have to be too perfect. And then I'm gonna go in with the copper number 24 and just more precisely place that on my lower lash line, but only go in about halfway in. I'm not bringing that in as far as I did with the first shade. I'm going to use something a little bit more precise to apply this. This is the Limelife number 10 brush. It's this perfect little dome shaped, and it gives me a little bit more control for applying the shades. So I'm going in with the dark brown number 16, and I'm just going to pat this on my outer corner here and slowly build this up. I don't want to go too crazy too quick. And I'm just tapping it on. And slowly bringing it in once I don't have as much on my brush, blending it into that copper shade. I am going to, I find it always eyeliner and mascara always pull a look together. So I am going to deepen up my lash line a little bit with the Limelife. Their new gel pencils are amazing. They glide on super soft, and they set in place so you're not going to have smudging, so they're really nice for your waterline. They're water resistant. To go and apply my foundation. Today I am going to use the Limelife sponge, and I am just going to quickly go in with my finger here, and the concealer number 1, I believe it is. It might be number 2. This has a little bit of a green undertone to it, so I'm just dabbing this on where I have some redness to help cancel that out before I apply my foundation. This just helps even the skin tone out a bit. And then with the Limelife sponge, I'm just gonna pounce that on. And then with the foundation, you just need a couple of twists. This is a 50% pigment wax-based foundation. So the wax base is really nice because it doesn't seep into your pores. It just gives a really soft airbrushed look. It's very natural, and you use very, very, very little because it is 50% pigment. You do not need a lot to get full coverage, but it's very buildable, so you can do a light coverage if that's what you like. But everybody, all my clients that have tried this foundation are amazed on how it doesn't look cakey. It looks like your skin. It's just, it gives a very flawless look with putting on very little. I'm going to go in with the translucent setting powder. It is a very finely milled setting powder, so you're not going to get flashback when people do take pictures, which is really important if you're going to be a bride, grad season, or if you just want to look flawless in your pictures. I'm pale enough, so the last thing I need is flashback in a picture. So just a really light dusting of that. Definitely want to make sure you get the under eyes and in where the nose is here. I'm going to mix my bronzers. Not something I normally do. So the Limelife palettes are totally customizable as well, these ones. So you can just buy like just a setting powder, or you can build like a 3-well one like this. So this one I have the setting powder, blush in the shade Boom, and the number 3 bronzer here. And then this one I've got the Perfect bronzer number 1, blush number 3, and blush Glowing. It's this really soft blush. So I'm going to mix these 2 bronzers. They're kind of similar in shades, but this one is a matte, and then the Perfect bronzer number 1 has a soft shimmer to it. So I'm going to start off with my brush number 3 here. It's just a really nice shape for kind of chiseling in a cheekbone. And I'm going to start off with the bronzer number 3 and get some of that on my brush here. And I'm going to start my top hairline here and bring it in. And I want this to start off fairly dramatic and dark. So I'm just creating a bit of a cheekbone, and then once I get the most of that on, I'm going to lightly fluff this up and then lightly fluff it down and bring it in under my jaw here. So you can see now I'm starting to give myself some depth in a cheekbone, and then bring it up in your hairline as well where the sun would naturally hit you. So you're kind of doing a number 3 shape a little bit here. Okay, so once I got that bronzer on, I could totally stop there with bronzer, but I want this to be a very bronzed, glowing look with the eyeshadow as well. So I'm going in with the number 1 now and just really deepening that up. And this is what's going to give that glowing look to it. Okay, and then I'm going to go in with the blush number 6, the glowing. And it's this very soft blush, so I like to just kind of softly pop that on my cheek a little bit. So it's not a really pinky, rosy blush, it's just a very youthful look. And then it has a little bit of shimmer, so I like to also pop this on my upper cheekbone here as a highlight. And it's just very nice and soft and natural looking. So now that I have my eyeliner on, I'm going to hop away and I'm going to do my eyebrows quick and throw on some mascara and lashes, and I'll be right back. I didn't end up putting on fake eyelashes. I used the Limelife fiber lengthening mascara, and once I got my mascara on, I actually felt like this look was good, and you know, like, this mascara does a fantastic job on lengthening my eyelashes, which are non-existent. So I didn't end up putting fake eyelashes on. This is just the Limelife mascara. I am going to go in, I did put my mascara on my lower lash line here, but I am going to go in with the Limelife Enduring Pencil. I did the black liner on the top, and this is the nude. So this is a really nice trick to pop this on your waterline here, and they are water resistant, so they do not smudge, and I don't have problems even if I do the black on my inner tear duct here. I don't have problems with the liner leaking and irritating my eyes. So you can see how that just helps brighten and make my eyes look wider and more awake. It's a really nice trick for people who have small eyes, or just tired mamas like me who just need to brighten up the look. I will quickly do this and throw on mascara, and that is it. And it just makes you look more awake. And to finish off the look, I am going to pop on this beautiful peach lipstick. This is the sheer lipstick, so it's not as pigmented as the Limelife's lipstick or the Enduring lip colors. It has a more soft sheer pigment to it, and it is a nice peachy shade. This is the number 204. So that is today's look with everything on. I ended up not using eyelashes, but it came together really nicely, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and follow me on Facebook and Instagram. My links are in the bio, and I will see everybody later. Thanks, guys.